Okay, I need to turn that down. Okay, should be live now. Sometimes it takes a little while for my phone to like pick it up. That's totally fine. Yes, seems like it's working perfect. So hey, I'm gonna be going over the marmaj Gaming DAO. That might mean absolutely nothing to people. That's all right. A DAO is a decentralized, autonomous organization. So just think of this as an organization. This gaming organization is going to, in a decentralized way, so, giving governing power to multiple different people all over the world. It'll work to kind of manage the Pixel dApps ecosystem and community, hopefully, as well, like supporting with incentives or bounties and also development as well. So, what is the Pixel dApps ecosystem then? The Pixel dApps ecosystem is this right here. So there's actually 4 different games that make up the Pixel dApps ecosystem. There's Pixel Party, Pixel Pets, Crypto Heroes, and Chain Team Tactics. So I'll go quickly through each of the games. They're all linked together by this Pixel token. There's, I think that might be the full amount. Some got burned. I don't know. Well, like, some of these things, we'll get actual numbers for, and we'll have to write this all out eventually on like an actual paper that we all adhere to. We know is the truth. For now, I'm just giving a quick overview for the internal team and whoever else might want to watch this, going over what's happening in the Pixel dApps ecosystem. So, first, Pixel Party. So, I'll show what you can do for each of these games. You can visit the actual user interface for the application. You can then, check out which NFTs are on sale, see what people have drawn. So, for example, Profit.near, drew all this, and you can reach out to Telegram for suggestions for what to draw, and actually reach out to the artist and tell them what to draw, which is pretty cool. The way the communities already interacted with each other. There's no way to do that in the actual game. If you log in to this application with your Near account, so hacking away. So one of the issues here would be that there's no wallet selector. So when I clicked log in, it should have allowed me to pick from a multitude of different wallets. Instead, it only gave me the option for the Near wallet, which is being deprecated soon. So that's obviously something that would be changed. There's some owned by CreateBase. You can see Bianca.near drew this one. Some owned by marmaj.near. Chloe.near drew that one. Top right-hand corner, marmaj.near. And you can write kind of whatever you'd like in the caption. There's lots of free spaces. These free spaces are generally for sale. You can buy them with your Near account. You can also just kind of search down here and see what's for sale. There's no incentives like properly built into the game. There was eggs given out for one of the other games for Pixel Pets previously, but like this works. This is already what's available, but there needs to be, in my opinion, more incentives built in so that there's no free spaces. The community should have incentives to build and build beautiful things, and maybe there could be that the Gaming DAO can provide some maybe voting to see, which squares should get extra incentives based on the pictures, and who helped decide what gets built. Either way, this is Pixel Party. And that's one of the games in the Pixel dApps ecosystem. Let me just go back. We'll go to Pixel Pets. So Pixel Pets is quite the interesting game where it's kind of like Pokemon. You get these starter Pokemon, and you can kind of hatch eggs, train your pets, evolve them into different evolutions that get stronger, and then you can fight 3 pets versus 3 pets. So we can hit play the game. It'll open this UI and load it. So this, in my opinion, is an issue right here. I don't know why it's asking me to type in my wallet name. The user interface should know my wallet name. I don't even know my wallet name. But if I don't type anything and I hit enter, address can't be empty. If I type in gibberish, okay, it'll bring me to the wallet and it'll actually show me my wallet name, right? So if I hit next, it'll say, okay, hacking away is going to authorize this gibberish account. It was successful. Okay, let's see if it was actually successful. Authorized? No, that did not work, of course. So this probably shouldn't be happening. Whoops. And it doesn't even let me like copy paste or any of this stuff. So I think it was hacking away. Hacking away dot near. That probably wasn't even it. Oh, hacking away today. See, that's frustrating. So this is in my opinion, one of the issues with logging into this game. This doesn't make any sense. Hacking away today. Clearly, the user interface should know. It should just say login, redirect, and log you into your account. Anyways, so you have this little gas allowance, you log in, it's authorized, now you can go back, click, and it didn't work again. Okay, let's try it again. Ugh, okay. So now we can see some of the issues potentially, but maybe I spelled it wrong. Hacking away today. Yep. Oh no, it is not underscores. That's why. My bad. Hacking away today. Okay, this should work now. But all of this is highly unnecessary. I think that's the main point I'm trying to make here, is that I think it worked this time because it's taking a while. All of that unnecessary. So, but when you do log in, you have these. Okay, I don't have enough. Whatever. So a bunch of issues there. My wallet doesn't have enough near in it for stuff. That's fine. I can use my 3 pets and I can start a match. I have a balance of 25 fights. You can buy eggs and hatch them. There's no eggs currently on supply. So all of this stuff is stuff that the marmaj Gaming DAO would run. How many eggs should be put on supply? What price should they be sold for? There's a market full of pets, so you can buy other pets that have been put up in the past. But you can see the menu, you can start fighting. Let's see if this works, because I don't have much gas in my account. It might have had an issue, but it should allow me to go and find Albatrap, so you can kind of speed up the user interface. And you'll see, actually I'll slow it down just so it's very clear what's happening here. My pets are fighting another team's pets. My team lost. I got defeated. My rank will go down. Okay, my pets are injured. And now there's a time until they come back to life. They also gain some experience, right? Now the pets have 50 experience. So as we're thinking about these pets being NFTs, for example, and these NFTs gaining experience, what happens when the NFTs gain experience to where they level up? Is a new NFT created? Is this one burned? What's the process? Those are the ideas that we'd have to eventually think about. For now, though, this is the way it's done. You could also merge pets, right? I don't have any pets here to merge, but you could take 2 pets, merge them. The secondary pet gets deleted. The primary pet becomes the result pet, which becomes generally stronger in some way. So hopefully that kind of explains Pixel Pets in some way. There is a wiki here that kind of goes into explaining more of the game, how it works, and all that stuff. So, if you want to dig into more of how the game works, this wiki is not extensive. It needs to be, it's good. It's just not fully extensive yet. But yeah, that is Pixel Pets. Then there's Crypto Heroes. So Crypto Heroes is probably the most well-developed game so far. I'm not sure if it'll be easy to log. But again, you have this whole login system, which makes, again, not very much sense to me. If you just click login, it should bring you the wallet selector. You should use that wallet selector to inject the information to the UI, and I shouldn't have to type it in, but hacking away today. Again, it's saying, okay, sounds good. It wants a 0.25 near fee allowance. Okay, it was successful. We can close the window, and now authorized, it should allow me to log in. Now I'll have 3 heroes. I have to unlock them to get started. Once my heroes are unlocked, I can use them in dungeons. I can use them in raids. There's some tips to get started. So in my opinion, this should be an NFT receipt. So you mint an NFT saying, hey, I'm going to mint this night NFT, because it's actually doing it on chain. It's actually unlocking the NFT, the asset. So it should be an NFT in my opinion. People can have different opinions, but this is what I personally think should be done to these games. And as the marmaj Gaming DAO, we can kind of decide what the best course of action is. So currently we're hoping to get a mint-based grant to start converting these assets into mint-based NFTs. We're hoping to get a grant from the Near Foundation to work on, fixing some of these flows. So Pixel Party should have more incentives built in and more connections to governance in general. Pixel Pets, in my opinion, is all right, but the fighting algorithms, the evolutions aren't complete as a very basic kind of level. Crypto Heroes, one of the biggest issues is that when you get started and you pick a dungeon, there's not much available to you in the game. So medium, hard, and hell, you cannot beat them. So there's no point of really doing much. Even the easy dungeon with a 100% chance of giving you a common item. We can just go play it and see what happens, but we will not be able to beat it, not even close. So you kind of have to spend tokens right away. In my opinion, obviously, that's quite the large issue. I don't have to speed it up. We can just kind of watch what happens. In my opinion, the first dungeon should probably be easy enough for people to beat. You have to spend near to log in. You have to spend a near to unlock your character. You have to spend near to play a dungeon in storage. You should be able to just beat the dungeon and get some gear because the gear probably won't even be good. So that's kind of the first thing. Coming here and getting discouraged on the first attempt, that to me is arguably broken. There's multiple levels to this. You have to have a full set of gear before you even attempt to beat this. That is way too difficult. Now, if you're like, hey, you know what, I can't do things on my own, let's join a raid. So if I did join this raid, you'd see these people have decked out characters. Some of these characters in the easiest raid have, gear that arguably costs hundreds of dollars when they purchased it. And so even if I did, create a new group, I would need to have friends. I need to find people. It's a huge barrier just socially to find these people to interact with. And even if I do, I'm probably only going to earn about less than 25 pixel tokens, maybe 5, maybe less, because I probably can't beat anything on my own, which would not cover the gas fees in Near for me playing. So this side of things is completely broken. New players coming in have to basically come to the marketplace. They have to search for items, and there's lots of inexpensive items. So if I sort by price, sorting upwards, you can see there's lots of inexpensive items. So you can come on here, test the marketplace, and buy pretty good items right away. But you shouldn't have to, in my opinion. You should be able to come in and get these cheap items for free. And if you buy a few pixel tokens or you win a raid, you should be able to come get a little choice of what you want. But to start, you shouldn't need to do that. Second of all, joining a raid should be done in this user interface. You shouldn't have to go to a different Discord to find people to join a raid. You should be able to just come to the group raids, see one that's forming. Like, you should be able to see grayed out box for 6, grayed out box for 7, grayed out box for 8, showing you, okay, this has 3 out of 8, that has 5 out of 8. And you should be able to click to a request to join. With like and then the starter of the group could accept or deny your request. And once you have 8 people that you need, it should get solidified as a team, and they should be able to start raiding as a team and earning rewards. Also, when you do a raid, you only get pixel tokens. You don't get game items. In my opinion, there should be loot boxes for raid participants. As well, when you go into a dungeon, you cannot earn pixel tokens, which is probably fine. But if we have this long resting period, it's probably reasonable that you could just it doesn't even matter. Earn pixel tokens from the dungeons, and then people will hopefully spend them on potions to reduce their cooldown times. I think the cooldown time allows you to allow pixel tokens to be given away in dungeons, because you do have to pay some gas fees to play the game. So that would be kind of how we would be mitigating that. But that hopefully explains this game. There's potions to make you a bit stronger. The potions need updates to make them more efficient in the game. There's also a forge where you could take items and, kind of like in Pixel Pets, you can merge items and get you a random result this time. It does not keep the first result, it's random. So hopefully that explains Crypto Heroes. A lot of work needs to be done on those games. But Chain Team Tactics is the 4th game in this 4th installment in the kind of this Pixel Daps series. You need 6 units. Again, they're not actually, NFTs adhering to the NEP 171 standard, but they are kind of units that, adhere closely to it. you can get the whitelist minting, which is actually not even minted out yet, which is why I think this is the game where we can start building on mint base. There's no evolutions to these items. They're very close to being NFTs already, and the token sale actually didn't mint out in the first place. So you could just airdrop everyone that owns one from the assembly script units, and just airdrop them in NFT from mint base, and then same for these, the regular minting and the discounted minting. But in my opinion, you could also just change this and then, allow this to remint new NFTs from mint base. Because a lot of the game is still in beta and hasn't been completed yet. So as you mint these NFTs, does not matter which one you pick, you'll get one of these items: a chemist, a squire, marksman, priest, knight, mage, druid, executioner, warlock, assassin, elementalist, bard, paladin, necromancer, and timebender. This is the perfect use case for a DAO to govern what these... Sorry, I have a bunch of these tabs open. To govern the strength of these characters. So if these characters are NFTs, then potentially they should have to be upgraded from time to time to be fair, or there should be new different types added to the newer mints. Lots of different ways to kind of deal with nerfing or making certain classes weaker or stronger. But basically this work of deciding, should the assassin be made weaker because it's too strong or it has too much health or these types of stats, that's something a community should do probably, and not just the game developers on their own. There's colors, there's armors, these are just, and then there's kind of a video here explaining what you might see in the game. So you kind of have all these items at the bottom, you kind of set them on the tiled square, the checkered pattern, or there's different kind of backgrounds you can have, right? Different worlds you can be in. And so this is where we can have, collaborations with other teams, like a ref arena or a Pembroke arena, or and then you can earn DeFi tokens for the winners of these games these arenas randomly pop up. But the idea is, two teams fight, and then the winner increases their rank, and this also has a built-in like a betting system where it's almost like chess, where you can put money on the battle and you go back and forth to see who wins. That is not actually implemented on mainnet yet, but this would be one of the features that we could work on eventually. But again, this is the game where I think it would make the most sense to take these game items and make them entities on mint base first. But the whole idea is to have all these games be open sourced and available for the community to not only govern, using proposals on the Marmaj DAO. So hopefully people will be coming in, connecting their wallets, submitting proposals on, what they want to see added to these games, or, what should come, what new classes should be added next, right? So that's great, but also managing development of these games. So if the games are open source, then anyone's able to kind of submit PRs or changes to the repository to upgrade the code and add features. And so, as those PRs get accepted and the code gets merged, there should be incentives potentially, again, sent from the DAO to fund those updates and that development. So hopefully that gives an overview of Chain Team Tactics. And the Pixel token, 12.5 million tokens to support the game economy. All of those games, except for Pixel Party, have Pixel token built in. And so, yeah, there was a token swap on Skyward. There was in-game rewards, games pre-sale allocation, marketing, ref pool, DAO, dev team. My understanding, again, these tokens got used in some sorts of ways. Some of them didn't get used as much as others. There's about 7.7 million tokens left, about half the supply. Those tokens will eventually, from my understanding, get sent to the Marmaj Gaming Treasury. So right now there's 6 near in there. There's not much in there at all. So soon there will be 7.7 million Pixel tokens. As well, all of the grant funding that is requested for the Marmaj Gaming DAO will first go to the Marmaj Foundation DAO. Hopefully that's clear why that would be happening. Maybe if I type it like that. Nope, it doesn't like me. So the funding would first go to the Marmaj DAO, and then a proposal will be written here by the Marmaj Gaming DAO. So hopefully if you go to the members here on the Marmaj DAO, you'll see that Oh, do we have to add it? Yes, we have to add it. Perfect. The marmaj Gaming DAO will be added to the marmaj DAO as a council member, and will be able to submit proposals straight to the marmaj DAO to request grant funding. So these are still all works in progress. So I can submit that proposal actually today. And so, on the main marmaj DAO, you'll see the marmaj Gaming DAO here as well, which would allow it to submit proposals to the main marmaj DAO and receive funding when grant funding does come in. And hopefully this is, a clear overview of the Pixel dApps ecosystem in general, the immediate concerns, I guess, with even just logging in and trying to play these games. Chain Team Tactics, you can play the beta if you buy 6 items. Again, that's a pretty huge barrier to entry. But because of that, I think it's a great place where there's not many players already, so we can just kind of convert the game to be a mint-based game and just kind of move from there as we look into how to build games on top of mint-based using JavaScript, cross-contract calls to Rust contracts with the NFTs. Also, eventually, I did not spell that correctly. The Octopus Network has an accelerator program, basically accelerate your Web3 project from idea to testnet, win $50,000 USD in funding, open and accessible to all. So obviously you win the 50K in funding for the accelerator. And then when you launch on your own app chain on Octopus, my understanding is that there's 100,000 Octopus tokens to be distributed. That could be an old thing that's no longer going, but the idea is the marmaj Gaming DAO. Okay, so the fall batch is closed. The winter batch is coming. We do have, we are talking to Decentricity to help us kind of through that and with that. So that's the goal. I should have, I guess, kept it up. But yeah, we'll apply for the Octopus Accelerator. I'll go into that more later. But hopefully that is clear as to what are the plans for marmaj Gaming and for Pixel dApps. And yeah, hope everyone's having a great day.